I'm Stan, CTO at IBM, and as we've got into more virtual production, robotics is super important, and I've got two great guys here today from MRMC, and maybe Dan, you can just tell us about Cinebot Mini.
That's right, yeah, so we're debuting the Cinebot Mini for the first time at IBC. It's very much been designed with simplicity in mind. You're able to create very complex camera moves by simply pushing the robot down the track and using the arm to position where you want the shot, storing it, and then repeating that and play it back. So it's very much been engineered for simplicity. It's targeted at DPs, cinematographers, camera operators, and it really kind of simplifies the concept of motion control whilst keeping the same level of motion control standards that MRMC have set over the years. The robot, like all of our robotics, is camera agnostic. It can take a payload of 10 kilos and has an arm reach of 1.3 meters. The reaction to the rig at IBC has been phenomenal so far, and we're getting an awful lot of interest in it, so we expect to see it being widely used in the market as we enter the final phase of the year.
I think the rig is really cool. I've certainly had a good look at it as far as that goes. And Paddy, just tell me how that virtual workflows and change and everything when you get into that aspect.
Yeah, so it's one of the big buzzes, isn't it, at the moment of the industry, is the sort of concept of virtual production. Everything we do at MRMC is encoded, so we always have positional data out of any of our systems, so they lend themselves very well to that world. And we're seeing a lot of interest in particularly broadcast workflows where people are trying to do crazier and crazier things with LEDs, and the idea of ghost framing and matching the shutter speeds of the cameras to the sync, and actually robotics giving you that kind of creative motion in a space, but also being able to create parallax information and having that different on each head at the same time in the same space is like immensely powerful.
Right, and tell me about Slide Eye.
Well, so segues in quite nicely, because Slide Eye is the latest version of the software on the slide camera range. It's really an enabler for people of making the step into that kind of motion control videographer world, trying to do more and more things, but with smaller and smaller budget. So it's very easy to program, very easy, for example, to create programmable keyframes that you can then modify with Bezier curves to sort of change and move. So once you've created something, unlike when you're trying to use a controller and it's more instantaneous, it's hard in that situation to then go and just modify one axis. But by using Slide Eye, you can go back, take the keyframe, select the particular area that you want to change. So if you wanted to speed the zoom or just the section of the way it was moving along the rail at speed, a couple of clicks, try your new move out. If you don't like it, go back to it. It's very, very intuitive.
So it's not simple presets anymore. You can dig right in.
Yeah, 100%, yeah.
Yeah, so you just don't have endpoints, and that's great. So when you look at the benefits to the user, then it really cuts down on the production time.
It cuts down the production time, but again, it's about doing more with less. So that production time when you're going to have to get something done, but you want to experiment, it makes that experimentation really simple.
Well, there's no question that MRMC is really up as far as the technology goes on the robotics. Thank you.